What should be the call to action this week? What bill do you think we should be looking at?
So Senator Richard Pan's bill, Senate Bill 1424, was introduced February 16th, amended March 22nd, and amended again April 26th. And it's basically a social media, fake news, or false information bill. And that prohibits anybody operating social media or online business, essentially, kind of like we do, in the state of California, from publishing or putting together any false or misleading information. And what he wanted to do originally was use fact checkers, basically government fact checkers. And what I just was reading in the amended bill was these entities, we are providing our own fact checkers, but we have to disclose our policies and procedures as to how we verify facts and what we do with that information if we determine it isn't a fact. So it's basically 1984, but in
So essentially the
2018.
government, I mean, look, if the government is saying to these agencies, you're going to have to do this, and this is typical of Pan, he rarely in his early bills, puts out any sort of statement about what the repercussions will be if you don't do this, right, which is, I think, the big question. If a company doesn't put forward, and what would be acceptable fact-checking inside of a group. So I think, so what's the number on this?
1424.
1424, folks, we got to call our Congress people, our senators all over California and say, kill 1424. This is the death of freedom of speech. Now, that's not because, by the way, I will say that I am really conflicted on this one. This may be the one bill that I still sometimes think about getting behind, be the one thing I might support in Richard Pan, only because he's the only one, as far as I can tell, is lying about anything.
Right.
Okay? He continually makes statements about vaccines that I know for a fact cannot be fact-checked and are not true. Unlike me, I would have no problem with explaining exactly where our facts come from. My fact checker is the CDC itself. My fact checker are the scientific journals, the peer-reviewed journals where I get all the information that I get. So I'm kind of on the fence, but here's my point. The reason why I think we have to fight this is when we have a liar complaining and wanting to pass a law about truth, something is fishy and something is dangerous. I don't want liars concerned with truth, and that's what Pan proves to be over and over again.